So that's the first one. So there's 30,000 meseta right there. So that's a pretty good haul for only 12 minutes of play. So let's move on to the next one, and that is Marathon Training Navarius. So you can just start the quest from here. Oh, the Lilipia. We just did Navarius. So and don't forget that if you need to, you can buy like an attack boost or something. I would recommend attack boost, unless you feel like your attack is good but you die too easily or something. I don't really need it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start. So I find this time attack is probably the most annoying of the three that I have that I'm going to do a tutorial for. And the reason for that is because the enemies are a little obnoxious and the conveyor belts in the final area are very obnoxious. So I'm going to show you the quickest route through that area that I've found. And this one definitely takes the longest. The third one might take you longer. Depends on your style, I guess. Yeah, the Gilness is a little bit stronger than the smaller guys, so you may have to switch to a stronger ability to take them down. And remember that the core is going to come down and try to repair it. So make sure to kill that, otherwise it's going to be obnoxious to fight it again. So you're going to want to take a right here and go down into the desert. And whenever you see these panels, these yellow panels, you gotta tap your use key rapidly to activate them. You can break these force fields if you want. They'll come down eventually, but you get a reward if you break them. Just a bunch of items. Once all the enemies are down, a metal dome will open up and that computer will be there and you can activate that. AoE is going to be really useful on this one, because a lot of these robots are just like really weak, but they're everywhere. Also the fast robots that slide around are really obnoxious to catch, so being able to hit them at range as a melee is very useful. So that's the dome I'm talking about right there. And the computer right there. You're just gonna follow this path up here. And watch out for those barrels. They will explode and will knock you back and do a bunch of damage and catch you on fire, and it's really obnoxious. So I'm not sure if you have to kill those guys. I'm gonna say you do. I would recommend it anyway. Just make sure you kill everything on the way, pretty much. And activate all the computers that you see. I'm not sure what this event is. Just kind of ignore it. These are the guys I'm talking about. They're really fast and they will evade you if you're melee, so probably the best way to deal with them is just some sort of quick AoE. See, I don't get that. It's like sometimes it only attacks once. Okay, you're gonna go to the. There's one over to the left, but you gotta go to the right first, because the left is the direction you're gonna go once you're finished. So you might as well get this over with before you move on. you're gonna head back to the other force field that you saw. And it should be down already. So you can just kill these guys. Activate this computer. My inventory filled up, or either that or I already had a maximum of that certain item, but whatever. Shit, that filled up. Oh wow, it did fill up. That was quick. That's okay. I'm not planning on picking anything up. Most of the stuff is low level. You can go this way if you want. It unlocks these purple. There's a little button on the back of one of the buildings that unlocks these purple barriers, and then you can hit those barrels if you want. If you're ranged, it's useful, because you could just do a ton of damage to enemies, and not have to worry about getting blown up, but I find them absolutely obnoxious as a melee character. So I just kind of don't go there. So this part's a little annoying. You're going to be fighting a series of enemies that just appear at random around this area. So you gotta chase them down. I really hate these guys. That's why I like that move against them. And a couple Gillnesses are going to show up. Where's that thing? There it is. And there's a red force field right there. I don't know if you saw it, but you have to kill all the enemies. The Gillnesses are the final ones. So once you kill them, it'll drop, and you can move on to the final area. And this is the fun part. As in, it's not fun at all. These conveyor belts that you're going to run into are really obnoxious. And there's a lot of alarms that you're going to want to not trip, otherwise you have to fight extra enemies, and it'll just waste time. So you want to take a left first onto this conveyor belt, and hit these buttons. There's one here, and there's a series of buttons coming up on other conveyor belts. Just running on them I think is slower than jumping. Yeah, I think it is. So I just jump across them if they're running the opposite direction. Those spikes can be really annoying if you are weaker. They only do 1 damage to me, and they don't like stun me or anything, so I just ignore them. Yeah. But those are the red wires you don't want to trip, otherwise you'll activate the security. And then it'll lock the area off until you kill a certain amount of enemies that show up. It's just a waste of time. Walk here because it's easier to kill it. Or get under the bars. And you're just gonna head down this pathway until you run into this white force field, and here you have to take a right or a left, but either way you're gonna have to go to either side because there are enemies you have to kill to bring down the next layer of force fields. Respawn 3 times. the other side. Trying to trip those. And 3 on each side, and you can move on. You try not to get that guy on the conveyor belt, because then, you know, his body's flying around on the conveyor belt, and then it's just obnoxious to deal with. Try to keep him there and then kill him. There we go. And here, don't take the teleporter yet right there. You're going to want to go down here and hit another button, which you will need to hit to bring down a force field later on. So that's that. The security, those red security bars will get more annoying to deal with as it goes on. But so just watch out for those. I think that's the biggest time sink, is getting into fights with the security bots that show up. So do your best to avoid these. So if you notice, that was the where we came in, and I think I actually messed up. Yeah, I took a wrong turn. That was my bad. So ignore that. Oh wait. I think I know what I did. Okay, so we'll head back here, and then I'll show you what I did wrong. So after you activate that green button down there, you are in fact going to come back here and activate this teleporter. But instead of going this way, back the way you went the first time, you're going to drop down here. And just head straight. So sorry about that. I was not thinking very clearly there. So those guys bring the force field down. And there's a red force field right there, so that means you have to kill these enemies before you can move on. There's one on the other side as well. And you are going to want to head back this way. This is really big right here. This is a big time saver. So kill some guys over here. These 3. And I'll bring down this force field. And as you can see, the security bars are getting a little bit tighter. And this yellow button here, you do not want to miss, because that will unlock a force field that will lead to the final area. And then you can just head back the same direction you came. I missed this quite a few times when I was first running this. And I had to keep running back, and I thought, wait, why don't I just do that in the first place before I move on? So. I think, yeah, okay, see, this is what you don't want to do. These guys aren't too hard, but it is obnoxious having to fight them. And once you kill them, the force will come back down. So that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to do this either.